Welcome to Bikini Bottom Radio.
Welcome to Bikini Bottom Radio, everybody. My name is Robert.
I'm Anthony.
I'm Jenny.
And we're back after a very, very, very long hiatus where...
We'll explain.
Yeah, we'll get there.
Okay. I guess we'll explain later.
You gotta keep them wanting. You can't give the goods up front. You save the twist for the next episode, for the end of the episode. Come on.
But then now they know, so they just skip to the end of the episode.
I don't know.
Yeah, this isn't live.
You're not live. Shut up. I'm just talking to a pre-recorded message from Anthony. Crazy, huh?
Weird.
He's here in a hologram like Emperor Palpatine.
Exactly. So today we are back recording, and we are watching Season 1, Episode 12B, Employee of the Month. I finally started writing these down. So I was excited for this episode because I remember it being funny moments, but like Jenny just said, I feel like not a lot happened in this episode. It was funny, but
yeah,
it's simple. It was very simple.
I feel like it could have been done in 5 minutes.
Mm-hmm.
But it was good, but it's kind of just like a episode that kind of you just forget about, I guess.
There was some fluff for sure.
I got this one mixed up with
the training video.
Yes, yeah, and I was expecting that for some reason, but I mean, I was happily surprised. I kind of, you're right, I did kind of forget about this one, but it does have some fun stuff. Just starting off right at the beginning with the "Hey Squidward" stuff, that is. I feel like that's pretty iconic, but also super annoying.
Yeah.
I mean, yeah, well, that's why it's iconic.
Do you know what the thing is? Yeah, it's that's a meme. No, silly, it's Annoy Squidward Day.
No, he's like, it's Annoy Squidward Day. No, silly, that's on the 15th.
Oh, of course. Today is when the day before they announced the Employee of the Month.
Which, by the way, it's January.
Yeah, we were eyes peeled for it because when SpongeBob lifted up the calendar, it didn't say a month on it. So I was like, wait, what's actually the 15th of which month? Because I know it makes the rounds on the internet. It's this is the only day you can like this or upvote this. It's Annoy Squidward Day. But I'm like, what? I feel like I don't see it every single month. So what month is it actually?
So then they go to the big wall of SpongeBob's face. Basically,
all his Employee of the Month.
Yeah, and
26 months in a row.
It's labeled by month. There's definitely more than 26 months there.
Yeah,
it was labeled by month.
Oh,
and then the one that was empty was January. But it was weird because at one part it went December, February, then January, and I was like, what? But not in any of the other lines, only on the bottom line. And I was like, that must have been they messed up.
A goof, or maybe some animator just thought it was funny.
I'm like, that's weird, I guess. Whatever.
Oh, I like that Squidward was reading Frown Digest.
Yes, I wrote that down too. It's a I would love to read whatever he's reading.
Nice periodical, yeah. Let's see. It's January, like you said. There's one point when SpongeBob gets smaller eyes that aren't touching each other. His eyes aren't touching, and it's when they're like, be careful, Squidward might take the Employee of the Month from you, and his eyes just get not really small, but they get kind of
smaller.
They get medium sized, and I was like, that's even worse than if they were really tiny. It was just eyes not touching each other. And then we cut to...
there are some interesting faces in this episode.
There were.
Oh, yeah, there was near the end you get some real spooky ones.
Yeah, definitely. Also, I love how Mr. Krabs just SpongeBob's so crazy he can't even joke with SpongeBob because SpongeBob's just Squidward's gonna take my Employee of the Month.
Yeah, everyone's joshing around oh, careful, bro, we all know it's fake, and he's like, no, this cannot be taken from me.
Crazy.
This is what he lives for.
Basically.
Yeah.
Is this just Steven Hillenburg's criticism of capitalism? This is what
Maybe.
It feels like. This whole near the end he calls him Sponge Cog, which is a sponge or a cog in the machine.
I did not.
Yeah.
I
heard him say Sponge Cog, but so I'll cross that off my notes. But yeah.
I mean, is it capitalism or is it just more a take on employers sucking?
Well, yeah. I mean, it seemed like it was like leveraging employees to do more work for free, basically.
Well,
Yeah.
it's that cartoon cynicism of like you see it in The Simpsons, where it's just like, oh, everyone who's in a position of power is just like kind of dumb.
Yeah. Well, like at one point he's like, it warms my wallet to see my employees come to work early or something like that, instead of warms my heart. I thought that was pretty funny.
Yeah, that was really funny. Let's see. Jenny was making faces at me. I'm not gonna lie. He was
staring at me like he wanted to fight or something.
I like looking at my wife. I was like, I'm just talking to a screen. Let me look at Jenny as I'm talking. She's like, what? You want to fight or something? I'm like,
whoa. Oh, why are you staring at me?
Fine, I won't look at you.
Just like straight into your camera, straight into your screen.
Focus. Or what is that, Patrick? Just like make eye contact.
I don't know.
Then anyway. Yeah, so we cut to SpongeBob after his crisis. He's having, the second part of his crisis, he's trying to flip patties and he just can't do it right.
They get stuck on the ceiling.
Which is, I thought that was funny. And
then the whole fan scene.
3 times he gets...
Wait, only one patty.
Yeah, it was weird. Where did the other stuff come from?
Yeah, so it happens twice, and then...
3 times.
Well, it happens twice, and then Squidward, he stomps on the brick of lead that I guess is regulation.
SpongeBob's hat.
Calm down, Rock. You're carrying these weights all over you to drop.
I like how SpongeBob describes it just in exposition, like an experienced fry cook knows.
Of course.
Keep a brick of lead in their hat.
And then know that, dummy. Come on.
Yeah, and then he leaves, and then he gets blasted off screen even more. And then I think after that is the scene where he's talking to the wall full of Squidwards.
No, it was military SpongeBob's, wasn't it?
Or SpongeBob's, right?
Military SpongeBob.
But was that the military SpongeBob from Battle for Bikini Bottom? Is that?
I had that same note. I was like, huh.
They don't have the same as detailed of a helmet, but I'm pretty sure that's the same one.
I mean, you kind of put SpongeBob in a military helmet, and that's kind of it, I guess.
What's
true.
It's the SpongeBob game that got remastered, and you can play it now.
It was on GameCube.
Thought so.
Yeah.
I think it was also on DS.
Yeah, they had a Game Boy Advanced version. I think you have that. But it's so funny to me that back in the day, they'd be like, so there's this version for Game Boy Advance, or for GameCube or PlayStation or whatever, and it's this fully fleshed out game. It's and here's a Game Boy Advance version that's a 2D platform that has literally
a completely different game.
Mm-hmm.
It was the Battle for Bikini Bottom, and then also the Curse of the Flying Dutchman.
Yeah, you got 2 games. I had the Curse of the Flying Dutchman
game. That game was fun. I spent a lot of hours playing. I still haven't beaten it.
Oh, there's 2 games on
the same Game Boy Advance
cartridge. Yeah.
Wow, fancy.
Yeah.
I had a lot of SpongeBob games. I also had this little Joy-Con thing. I remember getting it from Toys R Us. Remember Toys R Us used to have a media section.
Mm-hmm.
You could, I don't know, the one by my house, you'd go off to the side and it's a little special area with games and stuff. And I remember getting from there. It's you plug it directly to the TV.
Was it the one where you used SpongeBob's nose?
Yeah,
yes. I think we might have had that one at my house too. I don't know, but these plug and play games, they were all weird.
I wonder how many they sold, because I feel like a lot of people I knew had that one.
I think it was they were cheap. They were probably 20, 25 bucks, right? They couldn't have been. And you get imagine a parent who's wow, this just it's all in there. You don't got to do
video
it.
Game. Yeah.
My brother and I had the Pac-Man one that was shaped like Pac-Man.
Mm-hmm.
My brother got wicked good at it. He's so good at that particular version of Pac-Man.
And it's probably a horrible version that's really slow and but he's really good at it. He somehow beat the game.
And also we had a Star Wars one that the controller was shaped like Darth Vader. It came out around the time of Revenge of the Sith.
Yeah, the controllers are always the least ergonomic things on Earth because they were shaped like whatever property they were from.
They're what if we took the weird banana controller and made it even worse?
I mean, I grew up with Nintendo 64, so
that's true.
You
controller.
I remember controller. Jenny still has her Nintendo 64, and I've played it a couple times. I didn't have a Nintendo 64 as a kid. My first,
it's shocking, right?
GameCube. And I'm just what? How are you supposed to? I don't have a third arm, yo.
You just hold the sides and you just ignore the middle bit. That's just there for like.
Yeah, and the games that did use the joystick, like it was built so you would use like the joystick in the left side or the joystick in the right side. Like you wouldn't have to use all three at once. But it is a weird controller. Especially when you add in the rumble pack, like the one that goes on the bottom, it makes it look like a gun, and it's really funny.
If COVID's ever over, you should definitely come over. I got like 20, 30 games.
Oh,
my brother would
awesome.
play a lot, but then my brother liked to we would get consoles and my brother would sell them and get new ones for himself. So I was like, you're not taking my Nintendo 64. So I hid it when he went to the military, and then he was like, I'm on the Nintendo 64, and I was like, that's mine. You sold our PlayStation, you sold our GameCube. I am keeping the Nintendo 64.
My parents are going to back me up on this, okay?
and when I went to college, they were like, oh, he tried to take it, sneak it out, and try to get his wife to sneak it out, ex-wife to sneak it out. But my mom was just like, nope, that's hers, and I'm like, it's mine. So I managed to keep it. It still works most of the time. Sometimes it takes a while to start up. But actually, not that long ago, we played Pokemon Snap.
Yes.
Ooh, that's a good one.
Which, we got to get the new one.
Yeah, that game holds up.
I got Pokemon Stadium 2, Super Smash Bros., California Racing, Star Fox.
Dang, you got all the good... Oh, Star Fox 64. That's such a good game.
I got 2 or 3 Star Wars.
Dude,
I have a bunch.
Our freaking media center is stacked. We got a Switch. I've got...
a Wii.
I've got the Super Nintendo Cloud. We're squarely a Nintendo family.
Nintendo family.
Kidding.
Looking at my media center, I don't have a way to play a Nintendo. I think I can play almost every Nintendo game unless it came out on the Wii U. I just have access to all of them. It's weird.
I did accidentally buy you Breath of the Wild for
Wii U.
Yeah,
Jenny does this. Oh, I don't know
for the Wii U.
Yeah, I might have told the story it's worth repeating, that when for my birthday last year, Jenny had bought me a Switch. And I was like, oh my gosh, this is amazing. And then she also got me Breath of the Wild, one of the games I'm most hyped to play, and she accidentally bought the Wii U version instead of the Switch version.
Yeah.
You're like, why is it so cheap? It must be a great deal.
I got it, and I got it from GameStop, and then of course, because it was the pandemic, I was trying to message GameStop. I accidentally messaged GameStop in Ireland, and they were very helpful. But
shout out GameStop Ireland.
Yeah, right. But then I was like, oh,
that one GameStop in Dublin, thanks.
But then I tried to message the one the one could actually do something about it, and they just never responded. So
yeah, she couldn't go in any of the stores. They were fully closed.
Yeah, they were closed down completely. So I just had this.
That is, yeah, I can see that being kind of confusing to a lot of people, especially because they're both Nintendo consoles and it's the same game.
And there was only a $10 discrepancy, and because they have when you buy the games on GameStop, they have you can pick what game you want, and then you can also pick what console you want it on. But I just chose the cheapest one.
Yeah.
Because I was like, oh, it's Nintendo.
You thought you were getting a used version or something.
I forgot the Wii U existed.
That did most people.
But it's fine. I don't own Breath of the Wild. I ended up selling that copy.
Yeah.
You can borrow mine if you ever want to. I mean, it's not
honestly,
a game
dude,
that... Wait, what's up?
Honestly, I'm I don't know if it's the best time to play it. I got a baby on the way, or maybe it's the best time to play it, because I will literally not have the time to play it in, oh, shit, I just mentioned that, oops. That's a surprise, everybody. We're having a baby, Jay and I.
Well, I'm having it, Robert.
I'm here too.
Announced it last episode?
No, we didn't know last time
we
we recorded was
yeah, no, you guys knew. Because remember,
you talk about it.
We talked to you about it, but not on the episode.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, during our 50-minute talk before.
Oops! Wow, we went on the mother of all tangents. Yeah, everyone, Jay and I are having a baby due sometime late summer, early fall.
Yeah.
And that's why we didn't record for a really long time. Jenny and I have been trying to deal with our lives and baby-proof the apartment. And
Anthony was also dealing with his life. So.
Yeah, Anthony, you were crazy busy with work and school, right?
That's me until 4 more weeks.
Yeah.
But yeah, we're back.
I can't believe I just dropped that. No, I completely forgot.
Why do you think I was glaring at you? I was like, really?
Hey, we did it!
Kept going. Oh, Robert.
Anyway, we choo choo! Here comes a train of thought. Oh no, it's off the tracks. Anyway, that's where we are.
I wrote for this part. Oh boy, there he goes breaking and entering again because he just breaks into like
Yeah,
his house like
I
nobody.
like the
Nothing worked.
I like how he slithers into the window.
he found like rear windows into like he's like with the binoculars. I like the spy surf rock that's playing. But yeah, then he just like breaks into Squidward's house. There's a meme in there.
By the plant.
He's hiding behind the plant, and Squidward's in the bathroom.
What's the meme? Describe it.
It's where Squidward's looking at.
No, but like describe like how it's used.
Oh, so SpongeBob's hiding, and so it's like Squidward being like me, and then the hiding is like I don't know. It's like something. Yeah, my responsibilities or something. It's like you don't know what's there, but it's there.
It's there.
That's funny.
Yeah, so I laughed when that whole scene happened. Squidward lays down for bed as SpongeBob hides in
his pillow.
A bunch of good faces in this scene again, like you said, Anthony.
Yeah, great. Yeah, the hiding in the pillow is terrifying.
Yeah,
and the pillow scene always made me slightly upset as a child because I was just like, where did his pillow go? Because it's just perfectly square now, but I'm like, but there'd also be a big lump of like pillow that was already in there.
Yeah.
Unless the pillow is facing towards like the bedpost and SpongeBob has it on like his stomach and like his back is, I don't know.
But you see the like profile of the pillow, so you would see that.
It's just a perfect
What if he ate it?
Pillow.
It.
And like that little giggle when he like starts like trying to fluff it. Yeah.
And then like Squidward like looking away like that was another face.
Did I hear like he's like, I'm just gonna pretend like I didn't hear that and go to bed. And like I love how Squidward this whole time also is just like grumbling to himself. Like he's like like he's just making like nondescript noises.
He does that when he sleep talks in the alien hunting episode too. Remember he like talks in his sleep and he says around grandma's cookies or something like that. And then SpongeBob reaches out for the alarm clock, and then Squidward's scared face I had down here just looked really weird.
Yeah,
I do like that, like because I feel like sometimes shows can do a thing where it's like, oh, since the audience knows this thing, so should like all the people in the episode know this thing. But like Squidward is genuinely terrified that there's just an arm coming out of his pillow. Like
he's absorbing it all in that moment. Yeah. Like we've had time. He didn't.
Like he's not even thinking like, oh,
True.
It could be SpongeBob. He's just like, there's an arm reaching out of my pillow, and I am terrified.
No, thank you.
And I thought that was funny.
And then he just yeets it to his wall and smashes.
Yeah, and SpongeBob like he's
out.
like on his head, and then like the pillowcase falls down around him, right? I think that's how like he gets revealed.
Is he upside down?
He's upside down.
Well, then that would also make no sense because you can see his eyes when he's behind Squidward.
Also,
so how did he get upside down?
That did bother me because when you see like there's a shot where SpongeBob is looking at the clock from inside the pillowcase, and it's clearly like from behind his head, but like SpongeBob's like on his hands and knees in the pillow, so like he's not flat in the pillow anymore. He's not acting like I don't know. It's weird.
Yeah, I think that the people who made this episode need to understand the physics of pillows.
Yeah, come on.
Because they just don't. It's upsetting.
I do a lot of sleeping, guys. Just get in contact with me. We'll retcon this. We'll right these wrongs.
I could be your sleep consultant. It's all good. Just pay me a salary.
Honestly, yeah.
One day.
I'm here for it. Legit.
Let's see. What else?
He has an endless supply of alarm clocks after he smashes it.
Yeah. Is he like an alarm clock salesman?
I know. I love that. That's a meme.
All the
for sure. Where he's opening and all the alarm clocks are there. It's like SpongeBob's trying to smash it. I love that one. I remember when that meme happened. It was the first new SpongeBob meme in a real long time. I was like, oh wow, we got a new one of these, huh? Like, what else? I laughed really loudly when he was like running to the closet and then running back to smash them. I like a real laugh. I was like, this is really funny. This is when we find out that he's been employee of the month for 26 months consecutively. 26-time loser.
Yeah, it's freaking brutal. And also I thought this scene was funny because not really funny, but just kind of like we all know a SpongeBob. We all know someone who like at work is just like, no, I'm better than you are because I like try harder and everyone loves me, and it's just kind of like, no. And then I don't know. not necessarily work for me, but like at school, I knew people like this, and it was very like frustrating. 'Cause
Well,
it's just
they make it their whole personality, right? Like
yeah,
I'm good at this. Yeah, I know what you mean.
like oh, like like I remember there was this one girl who was like really into like JSA and like
What's JSA?
Junior Statesman of America.
Okay.
I did it for like a few years because they had a cool party at the end of the year.
Mhm.
But like basically, like so we'd have like caucuses and we would talk about like we'd have debates and talk about like government stuff and like
Right.
people want to be like in a government, lawyers, whatever. And like basically that was her personality. And like every class she would make it into a debate. And like
No one likes you, Carrie.
it's just or there's this one girl who like I remember we were in like religion class together and it's religion class, so this doesn't really come up, but every time she'd answer a question, she'd always preface it by being like, and you all know I can hold my breath for like 3 minutes. I'm certified in like diving. And I'm like, okay, what does this have to do with like talking about like the Holy Spirit? Like, what are you talking about?
What a weird humble brag.
When Moses
Yeah.
parted the Red Sea,
I
he did
could've-
not have to hold his breath like I could have.
Basically, and I'm just like we're talking about birth control. Why are you bringing up holding your breath underwater for 3 minutes? Like, this has no relevance to anything. So it's just I'm like, we all know people like that where it's like I could hold my breath for 3 minutes if I tried, but that's not my personality trait. Jeez. I don't know.
Well, people like that end up trying to sell you in the pyramid
MLMs.
pyramid
Yeah.
schemes and MLMs. You know who I'm talking about, Anthony.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. Oh boy, we should get off that before we let a name slip. Let's see. Okay, so they get into it. There's like, I could be employee of the month. I'm gonna be there first. And then there's just a standoff where they're yelling at each other in the middle of the night.
No, and I love how he's just like look at him watching me, and then it goes to Squidward, and he's like, I'm watching you, SpongeBob.
Oh, yeah.
And I was just like, it's really funny.
I was when he finally walks out of his
Oh, and he
house,
gets
right?
tiger trapped.
Yeah, it like buried alive almost. Like it was like, what were you gonna do, SpongeBob? Why did you dig this
Oh,
hole,
no.
you freak?
He let him be. He was
gonna come back after work,
And he did his weird like tentacle thing.
Yeah. Also, hold up, I want to real quick say that he's like, I'm gonna wring you dry, and I'm like, oh boy, that's a good insult for someone who's a sponge. So if anyone knows someone who's a sponge who needs to be put in their place, you can say that.
You can have that one for free.
but a bad insult for living under the ocean.
True, because they literally can never be dry.
Also, when he fell into the grave, I'm like, why didn't he just swim out of it? He's in the ocean.
Do they ever swim?
Okay.
Have they ever gone
I-
vertical?
I don't know.
They're like
If they did, then SpongeBob just could have got out of that deep, dark area. What was that? The
rock bottom.
Rock bottom.
rock bottom. Yeah, he could have just swam out of rock bottom.
Well, sponges don't swim. I don't think.
They do when they first are born. They
Yeah, but
swim through the ocean and then they.
SpongeBob's
there.
definitely not a polyp. He's
Yeah,
just
he's not a polyp.
he's a full sponge.
But actually, sponges, I think they can swim. Anyway,
Anemones can swim. I don't know if that's what you're thinking of.
right. I don't know. I know one of them is weird because they just get up and swim. And it's
Yeah,
like, what?
Sea anemones. Look up a picture of them
What?
swimming. You're like, I've only ever seen you not moving on a coral reef. This is
It's
weird.
creepy. Also, the part you poke in the middle, that's where they eat, and also their butthole. Just fun fact.
I didn't know that.
Yeah, we went to like a tide pool, and they're like, "Don't poke the middle because that's where they eat, and also that's where they poop." I was like, and then of course all the boys were poking the middle because they're boys. Anyway,
Let's see. Oh, I do want to say we did skip over when after Squidward lulls SpongeBob to sleep, he like hammers his door in, but like then SpongeBob just like saws it open. Like I don't.
Yeah, like
Yeah,
he just
what the
claws
heck?
around.
Yeah, it was really funny.
I mean, it's just a pineapple,
Mhm.
so makes sense.
Then they're both,
They're both
off to the
setting
races.
traps for
Yeah.
each other, and it
What was?
descends to chaos. The best one was
What's your favorite?
Squidward walking, and then he's just in the bottle with the ship,
You took mine,
and I'm just
Yeah,
like,
that was
how?
weird.
Anthony.
was
What's your
such a
favorite?
It was smooth.
Yeah,
Mine
what
was-
was your
mine-
favorite?
It was the ship. That was what I had written down. That was the only one I had written down, actually.
But
So
where he's dragging the ship, or when he's in the bottle?
In the bottle.
Okay,
Yeah,
When
It's
he
the best
when he was walking, and then it just switches
Yeah,
to him being in
it makes
glass.
no sense. It's perfect. Yeah, just a bunch of traps happen. It's like, ooh, a Krabby Patty. Ah, my nose. Like, what is that? I don't.
he like runs through like a wall that he doesn't see, I guess, and gets cut into like weird long like rectangular pieces.
I don't even know.
There's some weird traps that I'm like, how do they
Also,
even get these?
Yeah, and at one point, SpongeBob is just in a brick, like he's a brick in a wall. That's such a good gag. Then we cut to them. Squidward has a flaming underwater ship attached to him, and SpongeBob
tied to an
anchor.
They're just dragging it.
How he's dragging it is really funny.
And then truce, whoever wins, wins.
And then I tell you about that. So when they're shaking hands, Squidward's like,
look at him.
That buck-toothed, corn-fed smile. When I was younger, my parents got like some SpongeBob shirts that we would wear as like pajamas, and one of them was just like SpongeBob smiling with his buck teeth, and it had those words on it, just buck-toothed, corn-fed smile.
Weird.
And it just unlocked that memory when I was watching. I was like, oh right, yeah, I had that shirt.
Specific draw.
I know, and the teeth glowed in the dark when you like turn off the light.
Cool.
Oh wow,
it was a cool shirt. There's also one with like Patrick on it.
That's
awesome. He was like canning, and it was like it said like half baked or something on it. I don't know. It's funny.
Of course. Sorry, man. We had to pause for something.
Okay.
Everyone's fine. So anyway, yeah, they're like, when he stops, and then blah blah blah, and then
gonna race him. Yeah.
I did not like Squidward's chapped lips in that close up gross up. I did not like that one bit.
When they start like frantically cleaning everything.
Yeah,
and just like cleaning, like, look, I'm wiping the table, just breaks the table.
But even like I like how like Mr. Krabs doesn't immediately react to that. He's like, what?
What? He's just like, I love when my employees come in early.
It warms me wallet.
I'm gonna make some money. Oh, hey boys, how are you? And then just like.
It's like, it's easier to wash the dishes like this, Mr. Krabs. It's no. Like,
look, I'm putting my own money into the cash register, Mr. Krabs.
Look, chocolate and flowers, Mr. Krabs. And then they start flipping burgers. Mr. Krabs' eyes get. Oh, it's when I think the Krabby Patties like start piling up. Like his eyes get all twisty and all open. I forget when, but they do that. And I'm like, oh, that's a face.
When he sees that they're running, his eyes kind of go whoop.
That's what it is.
And like kind of make like a loop with his eyes, kind of like. They're like bugging out, but since his eyes are already out of his head, they had to like make him twist weird. It's an interesting face.
And then so then they start flipping Krabby Patties, and so much that it explodes. It went straight to the Krusty Krab's thighs, and it explodes.
And then you blow up.
And
then everyone's like, "Oh, free Krabby Patties!"
No, it's hey, free Krabby Patties.
My bad.
I always remember that one fish's voice.
And then I just love at the end how like they're like, so who's the employee?
Who's it, Mr. Krabs?
And like Mr. Krabs is just like, boys,
do something.
Me money. Like he just only cares about his money.
Boys. But he's like actual like distress in his voice, like boys.
Such good voice acting, and that's the end of the episode.
Well, and like I also like how they're all three of them are like through the whole where the employee of the month is. So
how
it's like,
big is that frame? It didn't look that big before.
It's just funny because it's like that's who was employee of the month.
Yeah,
all of them, I guess. It's just I don't know. I just thought that was a funny way to end it.
It was really funny. That's all my notes.
Simple.
Anthony,
no, that was it. That was a simple. Sort of. Not one dimension. It was an interesting episode because Squidward sort of played into SpongeBob's shenanigans, which he normally doesn't do. Like he doesn't fall for SpongeBob's shenanigans usually.
That's not true. Look at the whole jellyfishing thing.
Well, they do it every once in a while, but I feel like most of the time his character is like, I am above him. I'm above SpongeBob. True.
He does sink to SpongeBob's level by the end of this episode.
Oh yeah,
it's hit or miss. Yeah.
Well, I mean, he does for like the one where with the bubbles where they become his best friends. He does for the one with like the fence where he electrocutes them.
Mm-hmm. That's a good point.
He does with like the April Fool's one. I feel like Squidward's two moves are either like I'm just gonna completely ignore you and pretend you don't exist. But then I feel like if SpongeBob keeps because sometimes SpongeBob will just be like, oh okay, whatever, and like go do stuff with Patrick or whatever. But sometimes SpongeBob's like, no, I'm right and you're wrong and you don't know. And then that kind of upsets Squidward and he's like, I have to prove you wrong now.
That's true. When it hits his pride or whatever.
And other times he's like, Squidward, are you home? No. Are you sure?
Yes.
Let's see what else.
I have something off of the
Go for it.
off the wiki page for it. There's a production art for it's all the way at the bottom. It's somebody's like photo of the frame that they had. It's of Squidward like doing the crazy eyes while he's cleaning the table.
Yeah,
But there's like
weird.
red on it. Do you see the red there?
It must be from like the painted table or something, or maybe, I mean, animation cells, like for a long time they were just like, we don't care about these, and they just toss them in the trash.
Okay.
That's really cool though that someone owns that.
Yeah, that's a spooky.
Oh, hold on, Anthony. If you click on that photo and then go to the left, there's just SpongeBob being pointed at by the little military SpongeBob.
Oh
but
yeah, it's so
because there's no
like frames. Or
yeah.
I would pay good money to have that hanging in my living space. Just that specific frame, like no context needed.
Right? That's a funny looking one.
All right, everyone, we're gonna get this meme made. Like no background or anything.
I guess we can go on to trivia, but it doesn't look like there's much. Oh no, there is. There's some.
Go to trivia. Come on.
That's it. All right. All right. That's not a lot in this one. All right. Let's all take a second.
Did they have when it was released in Canada? That's the important part.
Oh, the drill sergeant design of SpongeBob. Let me try that again. The drill sergeant design of the SpongeBob picture from this episode is also the same design as the artwork from Battle for Bikini Bottom. So, okay, we were right.
Oh, Peter Piper picked a pack of peppers. Let's see. All right, I got mine.
No,
I got one.
We'll get to that.
Hey, Robert, you want to start off?
Any yours?
Sorry, I'm
Yeah,
like, there's a
generous.
Conspiracy happening.
Okay, we'll get to it.
I'll explain it in a minute. I'm looking.
Your ad is getting in the way.
My what?
Your ad.
It's ad.
Tight.
Oh, that was so dainty. Oh my gosh.
It's like a little kitten sneezing.
I was like, oh, it kind of sounds like a cat sneezing. I sound like a freaking goose when I sneeze. So just. Yeah.
I'm either or. I can have an ugly sneeze too.
And I'm always like. Okay, I have mine.
All right. Who's going first?
Yeah, you go.
All right. This is the first episode where the Krusty Krab explodes. I don't know if that's actually the most useful trivia. Oh, hey, what up?
What?
I think we all chose the same piece of trivia.
Yeah,
you know what that means, though? We all win. Hooray!
That might be the first three-way tie.
Hey.
Woo!
That's actually a great trivia, but it doesn't make sense.
I'm like, that's actually not that useless, but I thought it was the funniest because I couldn't actually find any other useless in trivia.
My other useless one was there was one like some specific TV provider occasionally mislabels this as the Chum Bucket, but like okay.
That's funny. I have one. It was what's it called? This is the first episode that has 3 storyboard artists.
Oh, okay.
Like, okay, cool, I guess. Dude, that's it.
That's so in depth. How did they?
You know, actually, I'm gonna untag our 3-way tie and give it to Jenny.
That is if we're going by criteria of useless, that is.
Yay!
I want you to make sure that you have this theme song playing both times. Anthony.
Oh, I will. I'll reverse it too when we.
Good.
Like
all right.
Missy Elliott. Okay. Sorry.
Anyway, Jenny, you want to talk about your conspiracy theory?
Okay, so earlier when I was talking about how it went January, March, February.
Mm-hmm.
So in here, they're in the airs. It's talking about how when they showed the calendar, I guess it did show that it was March, but the frame says January, but the like months are still like in a weird order. So there's like a whole thing that has to do with the date, and the date is just wrong.
Oh,
so I don't know what date. Is it March? Is it February or January? Who knows?
It's the Illuminati, man.
Yeah, December, February, January. That's weird.
Yeah, it's weird. But then I guess the calendar says March, so I'm like, maybe that's why they did it like that for some reason. I don't know. I have no idea.
It was being shown on 240p CRT televisions.
Yeah, like
nobody was looking for
like
babies.
Anyone could even like
Pause.
discern. Yeah. So anyway, Anthony, do we have any reviews that you want to read? Any new?
I think there was one. Yeah, I
And
checked.
then I've got a shout out.
Oh, you do?
Yeah.
You want to read that before because I'm
Yeah.
gonna find it.
Oh, just real quick. One of my coworkers, Luke, found out that I have the podcast, and he binged every episode that we had out. And he's been asking me when we're recording more episodes. So, Luke, this episode's for you. Congrats on your recent nuptials. He just got married.
Oh,
Yeah.
awesome!
I had a lot more work to do for like 5 days at work, but I'm glad that he got married.
Yeah, it's not like we blame you at all. No, I'm just kidding.
Why?
I'm kidding.
We've had a bunch of just anonymous ratings, like ones without text, but there was one
Cool.
that said, "Love this podcast, listen to it 24/7 So
Hey.
thank you. I really hope you don't, because that sounds horrible.
What's that person's?
And also, if they do, they're gonna get through it all in like a day and a half.
Yeah.
Yep.
BOR 154534466. Thank you. Real catchy name.
309.
Oh, I thought you were doing the IT crowd.
No.
Okay.
3.
1-877.
Oh, yeah.
Okay,
Anyway,
I'll just write him an email. Okay.
dear Fireman, no, it's too formal.
Where's the fire? I just put it with the rest of the fire over there.
Oh boy.
Okay, anyway.
Go watch all of the IT crowd if you haven't.
Yes.
It's great. Especially episode 1,
Episode
episode
1,
season 2.
season 2, episode
1.
No,
It's the first,
work
it's the first
outing?
one.
No, it's like
Yeah.
the third episode of season
Okay.
2.
The work outing is the best one.
So dumb.
With the bomb, with the right runs
no,
with
it's when they
it.
go,
It's when they go see Gay the Musical.
everyone. It's not.
Oh, with the leg disabled one.
Yeah.
Yes.
We shouldn't start doing it because we're going to spoil it for anyone who goes up to watch it.
Yeah.
I will say, Jenny, I think I said this on the podcast before again. So sorry if you're listening to it 24/7 because you probably heard this like 3 hours ago. But
That's a good one.
I'm just thinking about it. Jenny showed me the IT crowd one of the first weekends we ever hung out, and we got to that episode, and I was wheezing with like. Have you ever laughed so hard that you think you're gonna pass out?
Yes.
Like that was me during that
Pain.
episode. My throat hurt. Like they had to stop me. Like, are you okay? This is like our third date. Are you okay?
I don't know how you react to things. So what are you okay?
Anything else? Two things I want to say. We know that there's a SpongeBob movie out, Sponge on the Run. We really should make an effort to like
Yeah.
get Paramount Plus. We can all share a whatever.
I wanna wait till they get iCarly though, so I can also watch that.
Well, we can just
iCarly's
get
on
the-
Netflix though.
Yeah, iCarly's not on Netflix.
No, I mean they're making
Oh, that's right, they're rebooting it.
They're rebooting iCarly.
Oh, okay.
I want to wait till they get a bit more material so we can at least make the month worth our while.
Yeah, we wait until they're a little bit into their original
Yeah.
content.
It's been a while since
Yeah,
I've watched
for
all
sure.
of Fairly Odd Parents, and meaning I've literally never done that. So I mean, be worth. Yeah, right.
I feel like it'd be hard to watch because there's no like
They're just one-off episodes.
There's no story
Yeah.
at all.
That's true.
Except,
I don't know. I mean, I watched all of SpongeBob a few years back.
I
Like,
like SpongeBob.
I don't know.
But then I don't know when they got Poof, I kind of was like, eh.
I mean, yeah, that's
Yeah.
And then
the
they got a
The dog.
dog.
That's
and
the
dog
jump
was-
the shark sort of thing.
They've jumped the shark like 3 times.
Freaking the
'Cause then-
dog was
the-
jumping a freaking.
and then in like the
No.
last 2 seasons, they got a neighbor girl that they're like, there's a fairy shortage,
And
so
they have
Timmy
to
has to
share
share his
fairies.
fairies with like the next door neighbor.
And she's like a super sweet, like obnoxious girl, but like she's like really like pure, like, oh, we should like have like she's like basically like a Girl Scout, like it's just very obnoxious.
Yeah,
I
anyway.
stopped watching. I mean, I stopped watching when I was younger, so I missed all that.
So I'd be more curious to watch and then see where I don't remember anymore. Like that's what I would do with that.
Probably when like the movies came out.
That's
I think that's
right.
about when I stopped watching. Was,
They
like,
started doing all
after
the
movies.
crossovers and the
Yeah.
live action Drake and Josh, or just Drake. I mean, because remember Drake played him in a live action.
Oh, I meant the like animated movies.
Oh, okay.
So there's like
The 3D ones.
No, there was one where like someone was stealing. I think it was like the like fairies versus the pixies or something.
That's right.
They, like,
Yeah,
made
it was a musical episode because they do American Idol.
I think they also made like a movie though or something.
And it was good, right? Like it wasn't
That was good.
It was good, but I think that was just about the time I kind of stopped watching. It was like when one of those movies came out. And there's also the Jimmy Timmy Power Hours.
All three of them.
That's the 3D one.
I love
great.
I love the third one because it starts with Timmy just hopping over to. You could tell they like just did not have the premise fleshed out. They were like, Timmy just goes to Jimmy's universe because he's bored. He's like, you want to hang? And he's like, you mean after we like battled it out over 2 separate occasions for like a girl and like who's smarter and blah blah blah. And he's like, yeah. He's like, oh, okay, cool. And then they just get to working and then
because as a kid you're like, absolutely. I want my friends back together. These guys are my friends on TV.
Homies. Let's see. And then also, we really should do an episode on Battle for Bikini Bottom. My boss plays Stadia, and he was like, "Oh, it's on Stadia. You should play it." So I don't know if we'll play it on there, but we should definitely like actually do an episode on the game.
Yeah, I could come at it with fresh eyes because I never played it as a kid.
Why don't we go on Twitch?
We could do a Twitch stream.
Yeah, that would be fun. Just did you play it, Robert?
I played Curse of the Flying Dutchman and the one not Battle for Bikini Bottom, the other one where it's like Plankton's robot invasion. I don't think that's Battle for Bikini Bottom. Here, Jenny.
Actually, I remember one specifically where you're in like a jellyfish field and there's a bunch of hooks and then you get pulled away. Is that Battle?
That might be the one that I played. I played
it was on the computer.
Just look up SpongeBob video games. The new one looks so good.
I don't know. I want to hear you look it up. I don't know what you're asking.
I don't know what you're doing.
I was looking for myself.
SpongeBob Squarepants.
SpongeBob video games. There's
a
got to be a Wikipedia list. Here we go. SpongeBob Squarepants video games. My gosh. I had Revenge of the Flying Dutchman. That's the one that I played.
I had that one for my Game Boy Advance.
Let's see. Yes, there's a Game Boy Advanced. And then my brother and I had another one for PlayStation 2 that I don't think, or maybe it was Battle for Bikini Bottom. I don't remember.
The more I'm looking at this, I think it might have been it. I just maybe never played much of it.
Wow, there are a lot of games. Yeah.
Oh,
a lot of these are like Nintendo DS games.
I also had SpongeBob and Friends Battle for Volcano Island. I still have that one. It's a DS game.
Oh, wow. You had a lot.
It's fun. You get to play like Danny Phantom, SpongeBob, Timmy Turner, and I think like one other character. Mm-hmm. And you would like to fight people. It's really hard. All these SpongeBob games are really difficult.
Yeah, I remember seeing something one time where they were like, like a lot of the SpongeBob games were also like kind of like rushed out in development. Like, if you don't know, like the Battle for Bikini Bottom game, what was that?
It's THQ, the company going out of business.
Yeah, they were the people who made all like the weird license games. It's like we can pump a game out in like 2-3 months, but
give us a license to make you a game.
Yeah, basically. But yeah, specifically Battle for Bikini Bottom is like super popular in the speedrunning community because there's so many glitches in it that you can like of course you can speedrun this game.
Yeah,
I think we had Battle for Bikini Bottom, and I was like, I don't know, this is weird.
Well, we should play it. Yeah, you're right. We should play it.
Yeah,
hydrated version.
I also have SpongeBob Monopoly.
Of course.
IRL though.
Yo, they're even listing like weird Flash Windows games too, like the games that were on Nick.com.
Oh, that was my jam. That was what I played the most. Yeah,
the Employee of the Month one where you had to like stack all the Krabby Patties.
Yeah,
and stuff.
That was definitely my thing because I didn't have a console and I had like a crappy like Windows 95 computer or something.
Of course.
Yeah,
we all did.
Yeah, so that was that was my entertainment.
Yeah, so we played. Yeah, we should definitely play this. I'm waiting for the Revenge of the Flying Dutchman remaster because that's the one I played so much. That was like one of my top GameCube games.
Yeah, I did have Battle for Bikini Bottom, but for the Game Boy Advance.
So thank you everyone for listening. Sorry about the wait. We'll hopefully have more episodes out soon. Let's see. The next episode in order is Scaredy Pants. We already did that for our Halloween episode like a year and a half ago. So the episode after that is I Was a Teenage Gary. Ooh, that one's kind of creepy. Mm-hmm. We should have done that with the Halloween episode. We can barely do one episode at a time. It's fine.
That's a good one.
Awesome.
Wait, what's this one?
I know this is one that doesn't get played a lot.
I don't know if I've ever seen this one.
Ooh, I'm not even going to announce what it is about. Awesome. Then we have to actually record again soon, so Jenny can see this SpongeBob episode that she doesn't remember. All right, everyone. I'm going to head out. We're happy to be back in your ears. You can find us Bikini Bottom Radio on Bikini Bottom Radio across various social media platforms: YouTube, Patreon, Instagram, Twitter. Subscribe to us, leave a review, and we'll feature your name on the feed. Sorry we're so inconsistent, but we'll see you around. We'll see you. Do we have a sign off?
No. Our sign off is asking if we have a sign off.
Night. Later.